Folks, welcome to Pokédeck Trainers. I am your host, Albie, and in today's video, I'm going to go over the Pikachu EX Raichu version. Now, in this deck, I'm going to cover my current list, the list that a lot of people have been playing, why I've chose certain cards, why I've chosen to remove certain cards, and some tips and tricks on how to properly play this deck. So, let's talk about the namesake here of the deck, the Raichu. Thunderbolt 140 discards all energies from this Pokemon. Now, you're going to combine this with Lieutenant Surge, which reads move all electric energy from your bench Pokemon to your Raichu, Electrode or Electabuzz. But for this deck, it's just your Raichu. Now, here's something to always keep in mind, is it discards all energy, meaning if you have 6 energy on here, you're going to lose them all. That's important to understand because you're going to reset your board when you use this. So what I have found is that the best use of this card is only in 2 situations. 1, when it wins you the game on the spot. 2, when it keeps you from losing the game. Those are the only 2 times that I have found that you really want to use this. Other than that, you're taking a big gamble. The other cards that they normally play is Magnemite, that goes into Magneton because of Volt Charge. Volt Charge, once during your turn, you may take an energy, electric energy from your energy zone and attach it to this Pokemon. Now, this card sounds great, but as you play the deck, you realize that it's really underwhelming. But the reason they play this card, stage 1, you load it up with counters, you use your Lieutenant Surge, you move all the counters to the Raichu, and then you can use your Raichu. As you can tell, that requires a lot of resources just to deal 140 damage, especially when it's something that you're not going to be using every turn. It is a situational card. Raichu on its own is a good card. Magneton on its own doesn't do much, doesn't do anything in my opinion for this deck. And Lieutenant Surge on its own doesn't do anything. So Magneton, stage 1, 80 HP, doesn't soak up damage very well. Spinning attack, 60 for 4 energy, not very powerful. At its best, it's sitting on the bench collecting energy and is, again, a very situational thing. So in my opinion, it just takes up space and it doesn't do much. And when I played the deck, it was extremely underwhelming and unnecessary. So this is the list that a lot of people have been playing. But I think players have now started to realize that you don't need the Magnemite and the Magnetons, and a lot of the times you don't even need 2 Lieutenant Surges. So I'm going to go ahead and show you my current list. And my current list, the 2 Pikachus, 2 Raichus, 2 Pikachu EX, 2 Zapdos, 2 Potions, 2 X-Speeds, 2 Pokeballs, 2 Professor's Research, and this is where we have some of the changes here. 1 Giovanni, 2 Sabrina, and 1 Lieutenant Surge. Because what I mentioned earlier, this is a situational card that gets you either to win the game or to not lose the game. It's not something you're going to be using every turn. So you shouldn't be spending all these resources for an effect that you're not going to need in every game, okay? You want to play this deck like you play a Pikachu EX deck with a backup plan. Insurance, we can call it, right? You want to lead with your Pikachu EX, have an aggressive start, fill up your bench, and rotate your Pikachu in and out so to protect it. Now, with the Raichu, you have another threat that you can leave on your bench, load up with energy counters, and then at the right spot, play it to either win the game or help you from losing the game. Therefore, the Lieutenant Surge, in my opinion, you only need 1 because you only going to use this effect once in a while. Most of the time, at least in my experience, I'm executing the game plan, Pikachu EX in the front, I'm attacking, I'm loading up my Raichu in the back. By the time the switch happens where I need it, because it does take a few turns, you're going to play 4 or 5 turns before you even need this effect anyways. You're most likely already going to have your 2 or 3 counters on there. The Lieutenant Surge just expedites that and can give you an additional attack with the Raichu. That is the benefit of it. So you don't really need two of that card. And like I mentioned earlier, having this card in your hand without the Raichu and while having been placed in a situation where you want to use it, it's just a dead card. It just sits in your hand. So this is why I choose to play this list here. If you guys have any other questions, comment at the bottom, let me know. Let me know what is your favorite current deck in the meta game, and tell me your opinion on the Pikachu Raichu deck. Currently right now, based on tournament reports, this is considered the best deck in the format. All right, guys, thank you guys for watching, and take care. All right, folks, now that we've gone over the deck tech and the strategy on how to play the deck, we're going to go ahead and run a game here so you can see it in action. So we want to go second because we want the energy advantage, but we're going to be on the play. All right, we have a Zapdos. You don't have anything going on here. Nothing that we truly need. So we're going to need to draw. Okay, Coughing. So we'll see what variation of this, of Coughing they're playing. Could be the Pidgeot, Muck. There's a lot of them. Arbok. And Wigglytuff. And then of course you have the Abra as well. But we'll see here shortly. Okay, it's going to be the Arbok version, which is actually a very hard matchup for us. Alright, Professor's Research. Let's hit 2 Pokemon here, 2 Pikachu EXs. There's one, another Pokeball, that's good. I wouldn't mind hitting a Pikachu here. We might need this Raichu to take out the Weezing. Okay, a Pikachu EX. We're gonna keep that in hand. And we're gonna use this Zapdos to soak up some damage here. So I wanna play a Pikachu here because with Koga, it becomes very hard to knock out their Weezing, and being able to one-shot it with the Raichu could be a big play. Alright, so let's see what they do here. I hope we need a Sabrina so we can start attacking that Arbok. I would assume, yeah, they're going to attack here. And then they might have the Koga. Okay, perfect, Sabrina. That's what we needed. Because I don't want to attack this Weezing. Because chances are they have a Koga. They're going to bring it back to their hand. And they're going to negate our attack. So at least here, we can start attacking this Arbok. And we're gonna, yeah, let's get aggressive here. Usually what they want to do is they want to poison us and then they want to bring in the Arbok and lock us in. So you want to get ahead of them before they get that lock on you. And always remember, when they have a Weezing, try not to attack into it if you can have a Sabrina and have them switch out, because they're going to use Koga, reset that damage, and then bring in whatever threat they have. So it's going to negate that attack and you're going to lose Temple. Well, there you have it, folks. Some gameplay here with with Pikachu EX. Unfortunately, we didn't get to use our Raichu. But there could have been a situation there where we did need it. But like I mentioned, the deck tech, that's not a card that you're gonna need every game. It's just kind of like a backup plan that makes the deck a lot more threatening, because You have your early game with your Pikachu EX, and then you have a finisher in the back for the late game when you need it. And again, you're only looking for 2 spots when you use this card. It's either going to be when you're going to win the game on the spot or prevent you from losing the game. All right, folks, well, there you have it. Pikachu EX Raichu variant. If you have any questions, comment at the bottom. Let me know. Let me know what is your favorite deck currently in the metagame to play. And again, thank you for watching.